Well, after 8 weeks, it's finally election eve and campaigning has seen a final brawl over Medicare after Malcolm Turnbull had to clarify comments he made on 7 Sunrise. Our exclusive 7 News Reachtel poll shows he is on track to remain Prime Minister after tomorrow's election, but Mr Turnbull insists it will still be close.
The last day and a last-minute dash to the Sunrise studio for one last pitch.
What I say to Australians is that you can either have Malcolm Turnbull or you can have Medicare, but you can't have both.
The vote for stability and leadership is a vote for a Liberal or National candidate.
Bill Shorten watching closely as Malcolm Turnbull is quizzed on his Medicare rebate freeze.
Can you guarantee our viewers will not pay more to see the doctor due to this freeze?
Sam, absolutely.
Mr Shorten said that was absolutely untrue.
Patients, 14.5 million of them, will pay more to see the doctor.
And the doctors agreed they may be forced to increase fees.
There could easily be amounts like $15 per patient.
As Mr Shorten fired up his troops with a final Medicare rally, Mr Turnbull clarified his statement.
Doctors can charge what they like. Doctors, there is no cap on what doctors can charge.
Arguing that even if he did unfreeze the GP rebate, doctors would only get an additional 60 cents per patient. So if they did hike their fees?
That's not because indexation is not resumed. It's because they want to charge $15 or $20 more.
Our final 7 News Reachtel poll of the campaign suggests the Medicare scare won't be enough for Labor, with the Coalition taking a 2-point lead into polling day. The Coalition, Labor and the Greens' primary votes are all up as undecideds fall, with the Coalition maintaining a 51-49 lead after preferences. All 3 major polls, 7 News Reachtel, Newspoll and Galaxy, now aligning.
Fireman Sam, I've got you.
Yes, thank goodness.
Though campaigning with wife Lucy in Sydney's bustling Burwood,
There you go. There you go. Good. Okay.
Malcolm Turnbull had one word: close.
This is a very close election. You're clearly not paying attention to the polls. It is close. It really is close.
You've got $1 million smile there, man. Yeah.
Our poll shows Bill Shorten has sharply narrowed the gap on better Prime Minister to just 6 points.
I'm very confident that Labor can win this election.
But our seat of the week, Victoria's Chisholm, notionally safe Labor, shows it's going to be tough. Just ahead 51-49. After 8 weeks, they have done their bit.
It is now in the hands of the Australian people, this election.
Tomorrow, they will tell us.
Judgment Day.
Indeed. Well, we go to political editor Mark Riley now. Mark, this is it. You've been with them every step of the way through this campaign. The question, who's going to win?
Well, I'm going with our polling, Chris. The Coalition, it will lose seats, but hang on to enough to retain government, I believe. The unknown factor is what happens with the preference flows from the 30% of people who say they're going to vote for minor parties or independents. But I've been through each of the 150 House of Rep seats again today, and I just can't see Labor winning more than 10 or 12 at the very best, and it needs at least 19. The Senate is another story. The unwieldy crossbench will be replaced by another, even more unwieldy crossbench. But in the main game, my tip, a coalition victory, Chris.
I look forward to joining you tomorrow night, mate, to see if that turns out to be true. Many thanks, Mark Riley. Now, a small number of seats will have a very big impact on tomorrow's vote. Some parts of Western Sydney and the Central Coast are held by just a few hundred votes. If they change hands, it could mean a change of government.
At Penrith's pre-poll, voters were given plenty to think about.
Funding for TAFE, the TAFE sector.
I like the Liberal Party and that's it.
Australia is in a sore need of teachers and quality teachers.
It's no good voting for like a Labor Party because all they do is just give.
The Liberals hold Lindsay around Penrith by 3% and remain favourites, but Medicare is a major issue and has Labor increasingly optimistic of a surprise.
Labor have made some quite a big lies about Medicare, and I think it's one of the most ruthless and reckless and nasty things to do.
You don't fund a $5 million privatisation task force into Medicare if you're not looking to privatise it.
While Lindsay always gets plenty of attention every campaign, the reality is this is one of several very tight Western Sydney seats which will go a long way to deciding who gets the keys to the lodge. Across in Greenway from Seven Hills to Rouse Hill, Labor has a 3% buffer. The Liberals believe they can win it.
I live in the area, was born in the area, very invested in the local community.
What I like about this particular race is you've got a good race between two women, and I think we need to see more of that.
Nearby Parramatta is held by Labor by just 1.3%. The Libs have Macquarie in the Blue Mountains and the Hawkesbury, and Reid, which includes Homebush and Strathfield, as well as Macarthur in the southwest around Campbelltown. Bill Shorten was there again today. Both leaders have been there at least 3 times.
They're all mums and dads.
While on the Central Coast, Labor holds the state's most marginal seat, Dobell, by just 0.2%, while the Liberals hold Robertson by 3.1. A swag of small margins that will have a big say. Lee Jelisek, 7 News.
And don't miss Seven's election coverage starting tomorrow at 5 p.m. Our high-tech election studio is ready to go, showing which MPs make it. And the MPs you reject, we eject. Love this graphic. Our panel includes Alan Jones, Tanya Blubisek, Mark Latham and Jackie Lambie. Australia Decides at 5 p.m. And after the 6 o'clock news, we'll be ad-free until